Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episodes 18 to 23. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 18, The Trouble with Snubbull. That's right, Snubbull's back. Yes, that exact same Snubbull from Season 3 that appeared more or less, I think, 2 times in the last season. It only appears once here, and it's an actually decent one for once. Not one where the first time was pointless, the second time was passable, but the third time, they seem to land it with it. So, it's obviously made clear that Snubbull's in love with Meowth, and the way she shows her affection by biting on his tail. But then, yeah, Meowth says that I hate this Snubbull and immediately tosses her away, which makes her depressed, and that is honestly delivered well through the music, the pacing, and Snubbull herself. The poor Pokemon just got her heart broken by the Pokemon she liked, and I have to say that even her owner, which I love that, yeah, her only flaw that she loves Snubbull and doesn't give her exactly what she asked for, but she still loves the Pokemon, and I like that she's been tracking Snubbull for so long. She's more physically muscular and less worried about, her richness. That's a thing. And it leads to a pretty decent final act where Snubbull sees Meowth and evolves into Granbull, which I like that the ribbons it has on the ears actually get bigger when Snubbull evolves. It's honestly a nice little detail that I really freaking appreciate. And I like that this is the final arc where not only does Granbull love her owner back, she's changed for the better. And honestly, that is nice. It's a nice ending arc to Snubbull, aka Granbull's arc. It's packed in a nice, neat little bow. So yeah, I thought Snubbull's character was done well here. It's a pretty decent episode. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 19, Aridos Amigos. And this one is alright. And the season carries on with recurring characters that come back for an episode. Yeah, remember that assistant from Season 1 who was not the gym leader in Fusa City, but it was Koga? Yeah, she's back. And it turns out she's into ninja training as well. She's in the ninja training with her and her Venomoth. No, sorry, no. Venonat, sorry. Wrong Pokemon, but you get my idea. And I do like, Ash and Brock Misty sign up. They're developed into different classes. Ash is going more on the battling style, Brock is going more on the health style, and Misty gets the beauty style, which sadly ends with her bug phobia coming back to bite her. And I don't mean that as a pun. She gets the worst of it. I'm like, you sure you don't want to change again? But then we get the usual Team Rocket scheme, and it's whatever. But I will say, Aya does actually get it more interesting as a character. She becomes more of a person, not just the next gym leader who's going to take over for Koga. So yeah, the episode's nothing too special. It's not that bad. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 20, Wings and Things. Wings and Things. You know, like rock and roll, fish and chips, all of that. And, this one is not bad. I do like the kid character in this episode, Zachary. It turns out he's got a Yanma that sadly can't control its sonic boom move, and it's causing havoc on the townspeople, who constantly get their windows broken, and Zach's father, who is a window maker, has to keep making them. And here is where the episode actually gets very interesting. The townspeople hate that Yanma and want it gone, but Zachary still loves that Pokemon, but the father is encouraging him to let Yanma go, and in a rather shocking twist, he actually does. But here's where it gets interesting. Zachary immediately regrets letting Yanma go, and you gotta feel bad for the kid. I mean, Yanma was pretty much his only friend, and he just gave him away. You gotta give really good writing like that when it wants to get real. And while I was young, I thought the townspeople were awful, but as I'm a little older, I kinda get it. I mean, they want to keep their business thriving, and they can't keep doing it if their windows are getting broken. But I also get the dad's dilemma, that is his job more important than his son's happiness? And I do like how it's done realistically from each different point of the perspective. If you're going over the townspeople, the father, or his son. It's honestly not and half bad. And it ends on a nice loop with Yanma finally learning Sonic Boom. No, not learning. More controlling Sonic Boom and everything going back to normal. It's honestly not handsomely decently bad. The usual Team Rocket stuff is also whatever. It's nothing too special. So yeah, that stuff in the episode was good. Team Rocket just happens to, come in as the usual crap. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 21, The Grass Root. And no, not root as in R-O-O-T, root as in R-O-U-T-E. Yeah, it's meant to be a visual grass pun. Now, I found the episode to be okay. So there is a grass fighting tournament competition, and the competition's paced well. For one, they bump to the character of the week, Ephraim. With him it is Skid Bloom, where they're not exactly the most let's just say they're not the most he's not the most confident trainer. So he decides to enter the tournament for confidence boosting, and props to Ash for trying to help the kid. Also, the way the culture disguising that Jesse and James do is very inappropriate. I mean, if you watched the episode back then, they wouldn't have bothered, but now today, it is kind of racially insensitive. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, given this is a Japanese anime. Yikes. Oh yeah, and Meowth becoming a sunflower? Yeah, that's a disguise they use, like, a couple of times later on in the series, particularly in Season 10. Yes, I remember that episode. Also, Ash name drops the Orange League, which is a nice little reference in Season 2, so that's not bad. But the reason why I found this to be passable is the final battle between Ash and Ephraim. Now, there could be a way where Ash wins the fight, but he gives the prize to Ephraim. Would have been a nice little trick. And yes, there is a later episode that does this idea, but actually goes through it. This one, the kid beats Ash. Now, I get it. You want to confidence boost this kid, but why not make the battle a draw where both Pokemon are knocked out, but Ash decides to give the prize away anyway? Wait, actually, no, hold on. Yeah, why not just do that? It would have been much more interesting. But it feels unrealistic that Ash, a trainer who has 3 badges under his belt, loses to a kid that's barely a competent trainer. I mean, it is nice that Ash is not being a sole loser, which is a nice moment for the character, but just makes it feel off that he would lose to a kid that barely is that competent. But again, I do like that he's a good loser, so props to Ash for doing that. So yeah, that's why I found the episode to be passable. The way they do Ephraim's character going from too shy to confident is a little too fast-paced. But apart from that, it's not bad. It's not bad. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 22, The Apple Corp. And this one is honestly filled with so much sweet. I swear I was under the influence of a sweet kiss attack. So it turned out a lot of apples are being stolen, and it turns out it's a group of Pichu, which, yes, is Pikachu's pre-evolved form. And it turns out they're not stealing the apples for themselves. There's a Fearow intimidating them, and it wants the apples. And it's torturing the Pichu in order to get what it wants. So, pretty much after that plot thread is over, it turns out the Pichu are pretty weak on their electricity. Like, every time they use their Thunderbolt attacks, they instantly pass out. And I will say, I love that Pikachu helps these poor little critters, given 1, it's its pre-evolved form, and 2, he's kind of like an older brother to them, trying to help them out and making them stronger. Especially when, of course, Team Rocket shows up and steals Pikachu as per damn usual. Can't you guys come up with a little more interesting stuff for once? Jeez. But I will say, the Pichu we're gonna get to build a tower to power up Pikachu's electricity is not only paced well, it's a really cool moment. God, I'm so tired. It's a really cool moment. I legit like that. It shows the Pichu are willing to work together to solve the problem, but they also see Pikachu as their idol. And I like the Pichu are changed for the better. They don't have to steal food to survive. They can help, but also get rewarded. So you see, the actions have consequences. They help, they are rewarded. It's a win-win for both. So yeah, I thought the episode was competently paced. The Pichu were cute. Pikachu was great here. Team Rocket, it's the usual whatever. But still a decent episode. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 23, Houndoom Special Delivery. And this is a great episode. So Team Rocket does the usual stupid shtick, trying to capture Pikachu, but it goes horribly wrong, and surprisingly, Togepi ends up getting separated from the group. And this is where I like the episode, because earlier on, before Team Rocket attacked, Ash, Brock, and Misty saw a Houndoom making a delivery, but thought nothing of it. But then Houndoom comes back into the episode. I'm like, okay, clearly it's obvious why Houndoom was seen in that earlier shot. He's going to play a part in the episode's plot. And this is where I love the episode. He sees Togepi in danger, and we keep forgetting Togepi is just a baby. And Houndoom, despite it needing to make a special delivery, decides to help out Togepi. And the bonding between the two is honestly so freaking good. Houndoom helping Togepi out because it can't climb up big distances or walk very far. Even when a Gyarados is threatening them or several other Pokemon, Houndoom helps Togepi out because it knows it's the right thing, and also, again, Togepi is just an infant. And while they do eventually reach the destination, I will say Houndoom is still a freaking badass. And the ending is so freaking sad. I mean, yes, it is a repeat of one of Togepi's little special friendships from earlier on, but every time Togepi cries, you know it's a damn good episode. Honestly, Togepi is one of those underrated Pokemon that when it's given a good episode, Togepi can be great. And this is honestly one of those moments. And when Togepi cries after having to leave Houndoom's side is honestly really sweet. But yeah, I thought the episode was pretty decent. When it's Togepi and Houndoom, it's good. When it's Team Rocket, it is annoying. I mean, you're the reason Togepi got separated from the group in the first place, you... I know Team Rocket can be entertaining. I know they can be funny. They even have moments where I legit feel bad for them, but there are times where they're just there to strain the episode's runtime and can also be annoying fluff. But again, good episode. And that's the end of the video, folks. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment, subscribe, and I hope to get more videos like this. Speaking of which, tomorrow, we've got a gym battle episode coming up. Tomorrow, I'll be looking at Pokemon Season 4, Episode 24, A Ghost of a Chance. Keep an eye out for that video. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.